Hey guys, it's Jack. It's FTMKingdom. It's Thursday. This week's topic is activism and kind of things that I think need to be done to better the world for trans people. There we are. In terms of actual activism on my part, I don't really actually do that much. So then me complaining about things and not doing anything about them, it's probably going to seem a little bit ironic or hypocritical, whatever, but yeah, I don't know, I haven't looked into whether there's any trans groups or anything like that in Cardiff, and to be honest, I don't really have much time to do things. I work until 8:30 at night, and then the weekends are for me and my delightful girlfriend. But yeah, let's see. Things that I think need to be done to better trans world. I think transness. I think generally LGBTQ topics and subjects and things need to be taught at schools, irrelevant of whether the parents want that to happen or not. Because, you know, things like sex education, it needs to include LGBTQ people. Because, to be perfectly honest, unless you go out and do your own research, you're going to have no idea how to have safe sex with someone if you're a homo, really. Okay, I'll admit most of sex ed is common sense, but, you know, if you're then taught that, if you're only being taught that essentially using condoms and things is to prevent babies and STDs in terms of penis and vagina in heterosexual intercourse, then you might not assume it applies to you if you're not having heterosexual penis vaginal intercourse. I think that trans issues need to be touched on at school. I think general sex ed and gay things and queer things need to be taught at a younger age, when kids are actually going to have, you know, an open mind, and they're not going to already have prejudice that's been taught to them. So they can make up their own minds about it. I mean, my little sister's 8, and I've been talking to her about gay things pretty much since she was probably about 4 or 5. You know, she knows that I've got a friend who lives with his boyfriend. She knows that. And, you know, I think she asked if one of my gay friends, she was, oh, does David have a girlfriend? No, David's gay. Oh, does he have a boyfriend then? Really as simple as that, when she was probably about 6 or 7. Like, you're not born with prejudice against the LGBTQ community. You know, it's something that you learn. I've talked to her about trans things as well. So, like, one time we were walking through town, and this random kid had no shoes on and was walking on the pavement without shoes on, and she goes, why is he not wearing shoes? And I went, Ella, yeah? How do you know he's a boy? I don't. Why are they not wearing shoes? Simple as that. Because I taught her not to assume people's genders. You know? Okay, there's still a long way to go with her, because, you know, every single, you know, day at school it's boys and girls, and, you know, every boy has a girlfriend and every girl has a boyfriend and things like that. But, you know, it's a start. Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, things like non-binary genders as well need to be taught, because I didn't realise I was trans until I was 19, purely because I thought the only way I could be trans, from my own research this was, because no one else had taught me, and to be honest I hadn't really doing that much trans research because I didn't think I needed to, because I thought that the only way to be trans was to be binary male, alpha male, butch, grg, you know, downing 24 pints of beer in one night, kind of manly man, which obviously I'm not. Sorry. Yeah. So non-binary genders need to be taught. Like, trans things need to be taught. Basically, if you teach these things, you're essentially teaching understanding, which is kind of the main step to non-prejudice. Yeah, I think it's down to the education system. To be perfectly honest, and you know they don't have to say it's right or it's wrong. They just have to teach it, as some people were raised one way but feel like they identify as a different way. It's really as simple as that. Yeah, because otherwise we're gonna have prejudice going on for so many more years than we have to. Just because of that. So, yeah, that's why I think it should be taught first. I mean, the thing is, because people have these ideas and that they know everything about gender and sexuality and things, like people have asked me, they're like, oh, so do you identify as, okay, are you straight? Are you straight now? I'm like, no. Does that mean you're a lesbian then? No, because I don't identify as female, so how can I identify as a lesbian? Because they don't understand that there's something in between. I don't identify as male, so I don't identify as straight. I also don't identify as a straight male, even if I did identify as male, because I fancy boys sometimes. Like, so I identify as queer in terms of my sexuality, and a lot of people are like, what does that even mean? See, that's pretty much my rant over. Yeah, I don't really know what we can do about this, because I'm not in the education system. I'm not the education minister. Maybe start a petition. I don't know, but yeah, I don't actually do that much activism apart from educating people at work, for example, on things like non-binary genders and different sexualities and trans things, etc. Which I think is a good thing to do. I like, you know, teaching people about different trans things, because it means that they can not be so prejudiced to other people, not be so offensive to other people, and hopefully correctly educate someone else on it. But that could potentially be a long shot. Yeah. So that's me done for this week. I need to tidy the house some more. We've got a flat viewing today. Some people are coming around here and rummaging through our stuff. Joys. Right, yes. So I'll see you all next week, and goodbye.